Hey, what's up, folks? Murph here. Today we're taking a look at a nice little LinkedIn post from our friend Jeremy Miner. I don't know Jeremy, but Jeremy is a sales guru. Seen a little bit from him, including some ads, but that's for another video. Today we're going to react to this LinkedIn post because I think that there's a lot to be unpacked here. So let's dive in, shall we? At 39, I made $2,922,000 in a single year. I took 3 to 4 inbound calls a day. Cold calls in between those booked calls. Sold a service that cost between $40,000 and $350,000. I wonder if that's monthly or annual or total contract value. Anyways, moving on. Made $61,000 in commission a week. Dope. Here are 7 skills that you must learn to become a top 1 sales professional. See what he did there? Did the quick humble brag with numbers that we can't validate, and then said, here's why you should listen to me, and here is the good news that I've brought. Number 1 of the 7 skills you must learn to become a top 1 sales professional is tonality. Prospects will either keep their guard or let their guard down. This is why coming across in a neutral or detached tone is important for you. Like American Psycho, neutral and detached? I'm not sure about that piece of advice, but we'll keep reading. No one wants to buy from you if you come across with an aggressive, pushy, or overexcited tone. I can definitely agree that when you smell commission breath, as if somebody is selling something door to door, sometimes you feel that aggressive, pushy tone. I agree. You definitely don't want that. So, no, not a bad piece of advice. Number 2, persuasion. Sales is problem finding and solving. I would agree. People that don't understand this end up being product pushers. Correct. If you were just talking about features and not talking about your customers' problems or pains or helping them understand what problems you solve, and you're just talking about features, people don't want that. Salespeople, he's saying here, they'll pitch 60% of the sales call and wonder why they're not making sales. Maybe persuasion is not the right thing to use here for that description. But, anyways, negotiation is number 3. When you think of negotiation, read Never Split the Difference. Voss understands the power of negotiation. So he just outsourced number 3. He didn't want to give you any information on that. He just said, just read Never Split the Difference and we'll get into something else. I'm starting to think that at this point now, I'm starting to think that this is like written by AI. I'll see if it is. I'll run this through afterwards and see if it was actually written by AI. There's tools that you can do that. Number 4 is questioning. Questioning is the most persuasive way to communicate. Why? Because you're not telling people anything. Your questioning ability allows the prospect to build a gap from where they are to where they want to be. I feel like this should have been under persuasion. Anyways, not a bad piece of advice. Problem finding is number 5. I've read 1,327 books on sales, persuasion, and influence in the last 22 years. Some quick calculations tells me that that's 60 books a year. I doubt it. Not calling you a liar, but I doubt it. Every author says you should be a problem solver. Well, hey, if the author says it. But if the prospect doesn't buy from you, then how can you solve their problems? Problem solving only happens after they purchase, right? If you want to be great at making sales, you first have to become a problem finder. That's not a bad piece of advice. You have to uncover those pains, but you also have to bridge that gap of here's how my service or my product or whatever could actually solve the pain that we found. You have to uncover those problems. You have to find those problems. That's true. Number 6 is human behavior. My background in college was human behavior. Hey, whose wasn't, right? When I started in door to door sales, I applied what I learned in college to outperform all the sales vets. Trust me, I did it. You want your sales process to work with human behavior, not against it. I guess that's not very good. That's just so that really feels like AI wrote that one. Number 7, your tonality. Wait a minute. Your tonality? Your tonality? It must be really important if it was on here twice. How are you using your sales tone in a call? Some questions require more of a curious tone, others require more of a skeptical and challenging tone, and others require a concerned tone, a tone that shows empathy. Otters do require a concerned tone sometimes. See? Selling is easy when you have the right skills, but you have to be willing to commit yourself to acquiring the right skills. That's what I did over my 17-year career, which caused me to be ranked in the direct selling industry as the 45 highest paid salesperson in the world out of over 108 million salespeople selling anything. And here's a picture of me pointing at a thing. Well, I'd give that a D plus. There is a couple pieces of advice that you could follow, specifically problem finding and problem solving and questioning. All good there, but the rest, I'm pretty sure, are written by AI. Anyways, Jeremy Minor, very interesting. Not the greatest, but that is very, it's crazy that he was in 17 years and that's the best that he's got. You know, I'll give you better advice than that. So, anyways, if you like this type of content, I'm going to be doing more reaction content here on Murph Does It again. Check out my newsletter, murphdoesit.com, where I kind of break down a little bit of business, a little bit of life, trying to optimize all of it. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.